Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So the governor of California is just absolutely relentless. I mean, this guy will not stop. After creating and passing some of the most anti-Second Amendment laws that we've seen in this entire country, through his term as lieutenant governor and then as governor of the state of California, he's decided that he is not stopping there. He's going to push his agenda on the rest of the country, whether they want it or not. And now he's actually calling out red states across this country who don't follow his lead. You guys have to see this video. Now, speaking of California, post-Bruin, there are a lot of new people getting their carry permits for the very first time. And let me tell you, you do not want to go it alone. If you carry to defend yourself or your loved ones, you need to get attorneys on retainer, and I'll put a link down below. Attorneys on retainer is not some big blown-up company that uses a third-party insurance company that's filled with a bunch of bean counters that will determine whether or not they're going to cover your claim. Sometimes a self-defense scenario doesn't work out exactly like you would imagine, and you could be the one that ends up in handcuffs. And I don't want to be speaking to some guy at an insurance company for that. With attorneys on retainer, they are attorneys. So when you give them a call, you're speaking to an attorney on the phone, your first contact, which gives you instant attorney-client privilege. It is absolutely priceless to have in your wallet. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what's going on here. So California is one of the toughest states in the entire country when it comes to firearm laws. I think that New York is probably right there along with California. Illinois is doing their best to catch up, and we have several other states that are on that path as well. But right now, California has well over 100 laws on the books, which is absolutely incredible to me. Every single legislative session, you see something new get entered and something new pass. I mean, every single year, to the point where you wonder, how can they come up with anything else other than just abolishing that right altogether? Well, they somehow seem to figure things out. Regardless, just about 20 hours ago, so yesterday during the day, Gavin Newsom, the governor of the state of California, posted this to his X account.
30 years ago, California's gun homicide rate was 50% above the national average. Now, today, it's 33% below the national average. That's because of our gun safety laws. And red states' refusal to follow California's lead has led to catastrophic impacts.
So once again, as you can see, the bad guy gets a pass. Instead of holding the bad guy accountable or responsible for that act, instead now it seems like it's the state. Because you're a red state, you are the one who is responsible for that because, well, you didn't follow his lead. Had you just followed his lead, everything would have been fine. It would have been the beautiful golden utopia of safety that the state of California is. Now, this whole thing kind of falls right in line with his whole 28th Amendment thing, which lately he's really started to reinvigorate. I know that we haven't seen any other state legislatures jump on board with this, and really we haven't seen anybody else that's jumped on board to support it either. But hey, we're going to keep trying. We're going to keep pushing as hard as we can to make something like this happen. As a matter of fact, there was one person in Congress who actually came out publicly and said that they supported that amendment. And guess what? They lost re-election this year. So even that one person that came out to say they supported it is now gone. But this kind of falls right in line with that. It's like, it's one of those things where, look, we somehow have this moral high ground, and because you haven't followed our lead on this, all of this stuff is now your responsibility. Again, they love to take the bad guy and just simply let them off the hook for what they alone are responsible for. That seems to be the biggest theme to me here, is that, again, we don't hold people accountable anymore. People should be accountable for their actions, and when they screw up, there's punishments that are written into the law, and that gets attached to those actions. Enough said. Now, with all the speculation and everything that we're seeing on the news lately about, is he going to drop out? Is he not going to drop out? Who would replace him if he did? And, you know, everything that we're being fed 24 hours a day, I thought it would be good to point out the hypocrisy here of one of the people that they mentioned and show that, you know, it's just all about the blame game and trying to force your ideology on people who don't want it. You know, people who absolutely reject it wholeheartedly and still blaming them for the issues that are not their fault. So again, I just wanted to share that with you, and I want to thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.